want to welcome to BadgerBeat.com. Rob Hernandez here alongside Tom Oates, and it's time to Ask Oatesy, the three burning questions after 2 days of Big Ten Media Days. And Oatesy, I start first with a Badger-focused question. Can Joel Stave be a Big Ten quarterback after all the information we digested here the last 2 days? Is he going to be good enough to handle what's coming at him in this league?
Well, it's a good quarterback league, and that's just at Ohio State. There's a lot of good quarterbacks around the league, and I don't think the Badgers need Joel Stave to be a great quarterback or a quarterback that puts the team on his back. I just think they need him to be a good, solid Big Ten quarterback. And my point, I wrote about it today, is I think having Paul Chryst back, and within Paul Chryst's offense and Paul Chryst's approach to the game and his ability to teach quarterbacks, I think Joel Stave has a chance to do that. I'm not saying he will do that. I think he has a chance to do that. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. I think the Badgers will play to his strengths maybe more than they did last year, and you'll see and it's very possible that you'll see a good, competent Big Ten quarterback.
Question number 2, Oatesy. Is Jim Harbaugh a good thing for the Big Ten Conference?
Well, I think he's a great thing for the Big Ten Conference. You've seen the buzz around here the last 2 days. His podium drew the most reporters on a consistent basis, maybe even more than the guy that coached the national champions last year, Urban Meyer of Ohio State. And he's just a big name. I think the Big Ten added 3 great coaches this year, including Mike Riley and Paul Chryst. But I mean, Jim Harbaugh just equips them. He did a great job at Stanford. He did a great job in the NFL. He's a polarizing figure, and very well known nationally after his NFL playing career and his various coaching stops. So I think that kind of visibility can only help the Big Ten.
I kind of thought that Jim Harbaugh was like Aaron Rodgers at the Packers PLA party. That was how big the buzz was around here. But Jim Harbaugh, we'll see what. A
single question in 2 days. So.
Bo Ryan would have been proud. Yes. Question number 3, Oatesy. Mike Riley and Paul Chryst. What do they do to change the dynamic of the Big Ten West and elevate perhaps those 2 programs in relation to all the others?
Well, I think we've seen what Paul Chryst can do at Wisconsin. His offense was terrific at Wisconsin. I think he had a terrific offense when he was at Pitt. If you look at some of the numbers Pitt put up there, Riley's a proven winner at Oregon State. One thing I think they both bring, more of an NFL-style attack to schools that had maybe veered away from that. Nebraska's always been more of an option school, but I think Wisconsin under Gary Anderson was aimed in that direction of being an option team. And I think what you'll see very similar offensive styles with Mike Riley and Paul Chryst, and that is to get Wisconsin and Nebraska back to being more pro-style attacks, because they coach together in the pros. I mean, they're very similar. They've coached with each other in college, and I think their philosophies are similar. And I think both schools, with the kind of players they can recruit, are probably better served having pro-style attacks. So I think that'll be their contribution to the Big Ten, the beleaguered Big Ten West, which doesn't get a lot of respect with teams like Ohio State and Michigan State being so successful, and teams like Penn State and Michigan generating a lot of buzz here, certainly.
Edition here of Ask Oatesy from the Big Ten Media Days. For Tom Oates, I'm Rob Hernandez. Thanks for watching Badger Beat.